Here we are again today to share some things with you about essential oils. My name is Nancy.
And I am Sherry.
Well, today we're going to talk about essential oils, and Sherry is the expert at it.
I don't know about expert, but I've been using it for a while.
She knows a lot. If you want to know anything about essential oils, we come and ask Sherry because she's been using these essential oils for a long, long time. I've used them a little bit here, a little bit there, but not as much as she has. So we're going to have Sherry share with you today about essential oils.
And I won't go on real long, but I do want to share a little bit of my story as far as how I got involved with essential oils. My daughter and I actually opened up a health, wellness, and beauty spa in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. And we started using the oils. My aunt was involved with the Young Living essential oils, and she said, Sherry, you need to try these. And this was a few years before I even got started with the spa. And when I decided to open up the spa, I knew that I wanted to use something that had a very high quality. So I signed up with Young Living oils to use them exclusively in the spa. And that's where I got started and started my research, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. Because the more that we used them, we basically used them just to help with our clients and kind of just calm them down before we started our treatment. Didn't really understand that much about grounding at that time, but we were grounding. So this was something that was really wonderful. And the next thing I knew, my clients were saying things like, you know what, Sherry, that really helped with my headache. It got rid of my headache. Or they would say, you know, my PMS or my aches and pains, and I was like, what? What the what? What the what? So I told my daughter, I said, Tabitha, I'm having my clients tell me all of these things that the oils are doing. She goes, Mom, that's really weird because my clients are doing the same thing. I said, Tabby, I need to do some research on these oils and figure this out, because this is much more deep than what I realized. And it was, you know, years later after using them that I realized just the magnitude of these oils and the power that they have. Why do they have power? Well, because they're not made by man's chemicals. They're actually made by God's plants and trees and seeds and fruits and vegetables, and it's all of the constituents from that. And the wonderful thing that I found out about Young Living and why I choose Young Living essential oils especially is because they are the highest therapeutic grade essential oils in the world. Mm-hmm. And Gary Young had done years and years of research, and you can get on there on Young Living and check out the website, and we will leave it in the information below so that you can actually do some research for yourself. You need to read Gary Young's story. It's so compelling, and he was such a wonderful, wonderful man. Really spent his whole life researching and digging and to discover the properties of the essential oils. One thing that I loved about him, he understood the farms. He understood farming, he understood ingredients. He didn't use anything that was going to contaminate his plants, because if they're using any kind of fertilizers that are strong chemicals, it's going to go into the oils, it's going to go into the food, it's going to go into the plants. So he was really meticulous about his farms, and he's got farms all over the world now, and they're really high standards that they have to adhere to in order to be considered a Young Living farm. That is one of the reasons why I love using these essential oils. Gary Young went to Asia and Europe and studied under the masters, and not only did he get it, but they gave him the highest award that you can get in the world, and to say, not only did you get our standards, but you surpassed them because you grow your own plants. From the planting of the seed to the cultivating, to the harvesting, to the research and testing of it, to the sealing of the bottle. So it's called seed to seal, and that's why you know that you're getting the highest therapeutic grade oils in the world. So what am I going to talk about today? There's so many oils and they do different things. Not every oil does everything together or alike. Different oils do different things. I'm actually off of all of my over-the-counter medications. I take nothing over the counter, nothing whatsoever. There's an oil for that. Somebody will say, well, Sherry, I've got this symptom or that symptom. I'll say, there's an oil for that. There's always something. The instructors at school will say, I've got this issue or that issue, and I'll say, there's an oil for that. And they'll be like, what, really? And I was just like, yes. So one of the things that that the different oils do different things, like I was saying before, but usually if it's going to be involved with pain reduction, it's going to be your tree oils. So one of my favorite oils for when I've got aches or pains is the cypress essential oil. It's great for backaches, for any kind of headaches or aches and pains. It also has capabilities of helping, with cleaning the blood, and so if you've got some vascular issues, it's really great. Now, mind you, I'm not saying that the oils will cure anything. That's not what I'm saying. I will never make that statement ever, ever, ever. What I do say is the oils that I have found to do the research myself and tried it on myself, when I used these oils, they really did do what they were recommended for their purposes. Usually like for anxiety or depression, then there's going to be oils that are going to usually have some plants or flowers in them that will help lift your spirits and boost your serotonin levels and things. So this is one of the reasons why I love using the oils. If you're feeling a little blue, when I was going through a lot of just amending, I will share that story with you later. But one of the things that I found that worked for me to help really bring me out of a deep sadness was an oil to help you cope with and to bring your joy back. And it actually is called joy. And I do a little bit of signing. So the signing for joy, so J and Y. So joy in my heart. So joy actually did help me bring that joy back into my life when I was dealing with some serious issues at that time. So one of the other things is if you're having some stress, there's one called Stress Away. And Stress Away, it's exactly what it does. It helps reduce the stressful issues in your life. There's many things that can cause stress in our life. And the one thing that I love is the essential oils that can help eliminate some of the factors that bring stress in our lives.
And real quick, Sherry, can you tell them the places that you put this that really
Absolutely.
helps?
And that's really a great question, because a lot of people say, well, how do you use it? Because there's so many ways to use these oils. You can use them in a bath, put a few drops in your bath water. You can diffuse the oils. You can actually, some of the oils you can actually place neat. When I say neat, it means nothing added to it. Sometimes we use carrier oils. And what's a carrier oil? A carrier oil is going to be like your olive oil, your vegetable oil, your coconut oil, all those grapeseed oils. That is
Avocado.
a carrier oil, and that's what will allow you to mix an oil and apply it on your body. So where are the wonderful places to apply the oils? And we're going to talk about this in another segment as far as the places on the hands and the feet and the auricular. But what I usually do is I will put a drop in my hand. For example, one of my favorite oils that I use is Thieves essential oil. It actually helps fight airborne bacteria and viruses. Do we know anything about viruses these days? So you'll want to rub it and you'll want to go clockwise. So I'm rubbing my hand clockwise. If I switch hands, I go clockwise, okay? And then what I'm going to do is smell it. And that's the fastest way. Smelling it goes into your olfactory. It goes directly to your brain, down your spine, to every cell in your body. It takes about 20 minutes to go to every cell in your body. It takes literally 3 seconds to absorb into your skin, 20 minutes to go to every cell in your body. And this Thieves, again, it actually helps fight airborne bacteria, colds, flus, viruses. The essential oils is the only thing I know that will really stop a virus. You know, that's one of the research that I had done. I have found out some of your essential oils, like your lemongrass, actually has the same constituents as the hydrochloroquine, which destroys the coronavirus. So I'm not saying it will destroy the coronavirus, but they have shown that it's got the same properties. So I've been drinking the tea and placing a little bit of the lemongrass on my tongue and chasing it with some water. So those are some things. That's the fastest way to get it in your palms of your hands. The bottom of the feet, it absorbs quicker because your pores are larger there. So it'll really absorb very quickly on your palms of your hands and the bottom of your feet. So that was a great question, Miss Nancy. Another way we actually have some roll-ons. You can actually, your wrist is a great place to do some grounding. So you would apply it on your wrist, again, clockwise, and then you're ready to do your treatment on somebody, whether you're a massage therapist or if you're an esthetician. You'll want to use a grounding oil. Valor is one of the best grounding oils that's in Young Living. They use that. They've got an oil called grounding, and so therefore it would be a grounding oil. So yeah, it's like, what the what? So we do have a lot of oils, as you can see, and there's a lot of benefits that you can get from the oils. I want to keep this short so that I can go into another segment of the essential oils later, as far as sharing with you where you can place it on your body, on your hands and your feet, specific areas to address specific organs in your body. So there's some more learning to do, and it's wonderful, and we're always excited to share knowledge with you.
Amen. Great. Well, thank you for watching our presentation on essential oils, and we will look forward to sharing more with you in our next segment. And like we always end our videos saying,
keep looking up, and abundant blessing always.
Blessing always.
See you next time.
See you next time. See you next time.